Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to AssHat Podcast on YouTube. What's going on, everybody? Got another comic here. And this is one you can tell if you ever see these with the price tag on the bag and it's got that orange thing. That's going to be from Books A Million. They actually have, I don't know where they're getting them. They have a couple of bins of comics. It's not a lot, right? They're short box, probably about 6 or 7. They're not full. They're a little beat up. People have been through them. But I got a buddy's got the Books A Million discount card, so using that, I don't even have to pay what they cost. Now, this is $2. It was $2. I paid less. This is Rock N Roll Comix, Revolutionary, issue 11, Aerosmith. I just recently read this, so let's give this a look here. All right, Revolutionary. They started with these unauthorized biography comics. Caught a lot of shit, like major shit. Like they got sued. All this. Diamond wouldn't carry them. Capital City wouldn't carry them. Like my understanding, and see, I never remember seeing these anywhere. I remember hearing about them, never seeing them anyplace. My understanding is like you mostly got them like music stores, like your FYEs and your Sam Goodies and your Record Bar. This Record Bar makes me wonder, does Record Bar still exist? What do they call it now? Well, records are back, so they call it Record Bar still. You're okay. Like this. As of this writing, I'm happy to announce the crisis truly led to the end of Rock N Roll Comix. Seems to be over back in October of '89. And this is from, oh fuck me, 90. We're here with a double whammy, and if it wasn't for the support of you, our readers, there's no way you could have come close to surviving. First, we were cut off by our 3 largest distributors because they were threatened with legal action. Then, once we were unarmed, but our distributors, we have no source of income. They came after us. Who is they? The licensing company, which represents certain groups for sales of T-shirts, patches, and buttons. The groups represented by this company include Bon Jovi, Skid Row, Iron Man, and up until recently, Motley Crue. Miraculously, our books continued to sell fairly well even after we were cut off. We can't tell you any of the details surrounding what happened in the legal battle between us and them because they put in a non-disclosure clause. After all the dust settled, the distributors in question gradually began to consider selling our books again. Unfortunately, in the interim, they also dropped our other 2 books just for good measure, Tipper Gore's Comics and Stories and Barth. We consider about 99% of all comics sold today deal with superheroes. It's hard to imagine why they'd be so quick to bury the one company to come up with a non-superhero hit. We do owe a tremendous thanks to those independent distributors who did stick by us through this double crisis. Never before in the history of comics has there ever been a case in which a company was dropped by the largest distributor survived until now. I would love to tell you what went down, why they came after us, and how they got around the First Amendment, but I can't. I'm not allowed to. If you'd like to see the Skid Row book, which is completed and beautifully illustrated by Scott Jackson, or an Iron Man book at some future date, there's only one way that'll happen. You got to write directly to bands and tell them what you want. For those of you who have asked, why are the books unauthorized? We offer this challenge. We will give a full 50% of our net profits to any band which will authorize an issue of Rock N Roll Comix, which is based on that. All that we ask is no censorship. We do the stories our way, and we do not have to get a band or manager approval on any of it. Any takers out there? Come on. What are you afraid of? Are you just a bunch of wussies? Coming up. Yes, you've been waiting for them. Some of you have been dreading it. Here it comes. The New Kids on the Block issue. I have that issue. It's true. The issue is a departure for us, and it stretches the meaning of the title Rock N Roll Comix. Those of you who dislike New Kids might also enjoy the book. As our tradition, we pull no punches in our satire. For those of you who enjoy America's favorite rock star delinquent, Stand Back, well, he's coming out with his own book. Keep an eye open for Stand Back #1, shipping in May. And by the way, for those of you who never got a copy of Rock N Roll #4 featuring Motley Crue, tell your local comic shops now available. Coming up, New Kids on the Block, Led Zeppelin, Sex Pistols, Poison. Until then, dream on, dream on. Todd Loren ran this company. And he is better known now for his mysterious death. And this company basically morphed into a porn company. But we got this. Okay, this is Aerosmith, Rock This Way. Dean Hussey, I'm guessing how you say is the writer. Greg Fox, artist and letterer. Robert Van Conti and Todd Loren, editors. Special thanks to Jay Sanford for research assistance. And this art is not bad. I have 3 issues of Rock N Roll Comix. I have a Rod Stewart issue that I picked up for like $1. I have this issue, which I paid about that one. They have a New Kids on the Block, and I paid a little more for. The New Kids one, so I can make a video on it. And then I got a buddy. I won't say your name, sir. Blue box. Dumbo that 55. But my buddy, met him, and he's in the metal and punk rock and kind of dressed that way. And so, oh man, my first concert was Tool. Like, all right, cool. Well, then in 2003, that summer, he bought me a birthday present. Like, dude, I want to go to Warped Tour. I don't want to go by myself. And he goes, I'm going to take my girlfriend, a girl he's dating at the time. He goes, I don't think she's going to be fun. I know you'll have fun at a concert. I'm going to buy you a ticket. We went to Warped Tour. Well, the plan was Warped Tour was in Houston. And we lived about an hour and 20 minutes from where it was in Houston. And it was going to be him, his girlfriend at the time, myself and the lady I was with, a friend of ours who I won't mention. I think he's still in jail. Let's just say this guy was not too bright. And then my buddy's sister and her boyfriend. And to make it easier on everybody, instead of all us coming in different vehicles, my buddy's like, look, why don't, because my girlfriend's already up at my mom's place and somewhere out in the middle of Texas, not that far from Houston. He goes, why don't you and your girl and the guy we ain't gonna mention ride up with me? We'll stay the night at my mama's. The next day, we'll drive from there to Houston for the concert. Well, we get there, I'm like, yeah, man, Chris told me his first concert, was, said your name there. So our first concert, she goes, no, when he was like 11, he begged me to take him to see New Kids on the Block. So that became the thing. Anytime we found New Kids on the Block, anything, we bought it for him. And this is the guy, he will go to hardcore shows with a New Kids on the Block tour jacket on and dare people say shit to him. Well, let's see what we got here. This is telling the story of Aerosmith. 1965, a young Stephen Piercy decides his future. I'm going to be just like Mick Jagger. And, tell us how they formed the band. And the art in this is not bad. Some of these issues, the art is shit. This one is not bad. I'm talking about their album, Get Your Wings, Toys in the Attic. How they're slowly building up, Shows them partying. Being on the Midnight Special. Live albums. And then how, the drugs took over and people left, and they weren't doing that well. They released the album Done With Mirrors, where you had to read it, and everything was backwards. And all of a sudden, thanks to a surprise re-recording of Walk This Way, Run DMC, becomes a number 4 hit. They saw they're going to they become bigger and bigger, sharp, working with Run DMC. And talking about their albums like Permanent Vacation, which went quadruple platinum, had 3 top 10 videos and singles released. Dude Looks Like a Lady, Angel, and Ragdoll. On the 5-month U.S. tour, Aerosmith recruited new bands like Guns N' Roses and classic bands like Deep Purple to be their opening act. And it goes all the way through, Pump in 89. And that's it. And then we got Aerosmith, which is kind of a parody comics about a story about Todd Lauren and Herb Shapiro, art by Dave Garcia. And it's a parody because they were old by the time. This is pre-Aerosmith, every song being a ballad. That starts with the album After Pumping to Me. Aerosmith died after Pump. I love this Mick Jagger and Steve Tyler. Run DMC and Aerosmith. Walk This Way by Dean Hesse, I'm guessing. And it just tells the story how 1986, the music industry is divided into 2 distinct sections. The white exclusive hard rock groups and the black dominated rap groups. This, of course, creates some tensions and prejudice between the races in regards to musical taste. Stupid black rap freak, long-haired metal druggie. Out in California, something's about to happen that will change things dramatically. The famous rap trio Run DMC chats about their next album. So what's going on the next album, huh, man? How about doing a cover song? Sure, but who? Jackson 5, The Temptations? Ha! Those dudes, no way. I know a band with a big influence on us, the Coolest Grooves, and a song that's perfect for us to cover. So tell us, dude, yeah, man, Walk This Way by Aerosmith. But they're white. Wisecracks aside, they decided the song was a good cover and recorded on Raising Hell. Rick Rubin, the producer, also happens to be a big Aerosmith fan. He comes up with an idea. This new album's hot, but you know what would make it even hotter? Matches? Explosives? Satanic messages? That's what it says, man. See it right there. Ha ha ha, no, I'm talking about a video of Walk This Way with Aerosmith. Hope it doesn't turn into a lips contest. Stop kidding, man. It's a cool idea. Yeah, really cool. Think they'll agree? Never know till we try. Hey, guys, I got an offer for us to be in Run DMC's Walk This Way video. Totally awesome idea, man. Revolutionary concept. The first metal rap team-up. Rock and roll history. So, is that a yes or a no, guys? Very funny, Steve. That answer your question? Wise ass, haha. We'll do it. And they did. The song with the help of MTV skyrocketed in the charts. It also helped remove the musical prejudice between people. Hey man, rap's pretty cool. Same with metal, dude. Not only did it affect the music listeners, but the entire industry as well. From the success of the white rap trio the Beastie Boys to the all-black metal band Living Colour. It even helped the careers of such progressive rap rock fusion bands as Red Hot Chili Peppers and 24/7 Spies. Man, why did they mention Fishbone? And Beastie Boys were pre that song, I think. Not the end, but the beginning. Then we get a couple of one-page stand-back stories. Todd Lauren and Larry Nadolski, and same thing on this one. Then we get our advertisement for Typical Horse Comics and Stories in Barf. T-shirts. And then some drawings of Joe Perry and Steven Tyler. And our back cover. These are just fun comics. And I have not read every issue. I did at one time have a file that was like pretty much all the issues this scan. There's some really good stuff. There's some really shitty ones. Especially towards the end where I guess they weren't paying as much. The art goes way down. But anytime I find these for $1 or less, or cover price list, I'm going to grab them. And one time these were like hot items. Like that first issue, I think it was pretty sure it's Guns N' Roses. Like 3 or 4 printings. You know, really hot items that, you know, kind of forgotten nowadays. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. If you did, give me that thumbs up. Leave a comment for comment. Like, talk about what was, you know, your non-superhero comic back in the day. Yeah. I'm sure for my generation, like, oh man, that's Richie Rich or Archie, you know, but after those, the generation after us, when there wasn't really those titles, you know, what were you reading? You know, was it stuff from Star Comics, or you happen to be a Bone kid? You know, Disney Adventures got Bone out there. I'm just curious. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.